Bless you. Let me clean you off a little bit there. I'm a little foggy. Listen, y'all. I'm going to just jump right into it. You would be so surprised how much witchcraft is like so deep in our culture. And when I say our culture, right now I'm talking about nosotros, los Latinos. You would be surprised. Oh my gosh. You guys, I just needed like a little vent session. Can I vent to someone today? God bless you, everybody. Coming on in. You know, the other day I started watching this show. It's with John Leguizamo. He's talking about Hispanic heritage. He's talking about Latinos. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And even within the intro, he's showing himself in Miami, in Puerto Rico, in New York City, just talking about like how our culture, the Latino culture, has influenced all these different locations. And even in the intro, you see him in one part, his arms are open, he's all in white, y ahí está un santero, right there, there's a witchcraft person, a witch, giving him a limpieza. And I was just like, oh my gosh, why is that so? Because this is so thick in our culture. You would be surprised how many clients I get that come in, que son Latinos, that they're Latin, and they're coming in for marriage issues, or they're coming in for anxiety, or they're coming in for something that has nothing to do with witchcraft. And somewhere in their story comes out, well, I remember my grandmother doing rituals. Well, I remember my aunt. I remember my mother would take me to this apartment. I remember this person. It's just like, you would be surprised how many times I hear this story, and it's of us, the Latinos. So I just wanted to jump on here real quick to say, oh my gosh, enough. If you are a Christian and you are Latino, whatever culture you are, but I see this a lot in my culture. Tell me if you see this a lot in your culture. It's just so entrenched. Is that the right phrase? Witchcraft is so entrenched in our history, in our culture, in family, in, oh my gosh. You would be surprised how many times I hear of this. But I want to encourage somebody. I got only a few minutes because I'm about to see a client. I only got a few minutes, and I wanted to encourage somebody today. If you are a Christian and you still have family members that practice witchcraft, that practice santeria, white magic, it's still dark magic. You have family members that still practice these things. I encourage you, stand your ground. We talk about boundaries so many times, right? Boundaries with communication, boundaries with emotions, and those are all needed. But what about boundaries with practices? You know, I always think about the new mother who still has a grandmother, a tía, un tío, que todavía están en brujería, they're still in witchcraft, and they want to give gifts to the baby. I always think of that new mother that's like, Priscilla, I love my family, but I don't practice these things. How do I tell them I don't want that bracelet? How do I tell them, don't come over here with those rituals and stuff like that? I want to encourage you and tell you tell them by just straight up telling them, I love you, but no, I'm not going to accept that gift. See, sometimes we are so focused on other people's emotions and not hurting people's feelings that we don't stand up for what God wants in our households. If that gift don't align, Stella put teachers, please. Yeah, if that gift doesn't align with my morals, with my values, with my Christian values, can I tell you something? Just because it's a family member giving you that gift doesn't mean you have to accept it. You know what? Let me just take it because it's Titi so-and-so. So pa que ellos no se offenden, so they don't get offended and talk about me at the next barbecue or talk about me in the next thing, family gathering. Let me just take it and I'll throw it away later. What about making that a moment to preach to them and go, Titi, abuela, I don't practice these things and this is why. I'm saved, I'm delivered. Maybe you used to do those practices and you can let them know my life has changed. I am now a new creation. Again, we talk about boundaries and you know I'm here for it. We talk about wellness and mental health. Some of your mental health is messed up because you're not putting boundaries with your family members that still practice these things. And you got to let it be known. As for me and my house, we're not celebrating Halloween. I'm doing a dramatic pause here, Stella. Because some of us have to do that, right? Other aunts and titis and tios are celebrating it with your nephews and your nieces. But that might need to be the stance that you put. So I just want to encourage someone, because I see how witchcraft, brujeria, santeria is so thick in the Hispanic culture. Somewhere down your bloodline, someone practiced some stuff, you know what I mean? And if you are a believer today and you've received Jesus Christ in your life and you're like, I want to work on my mental health, this too is part of mental health. This too is part of mental health, to let your family members know, those that still practice those things, those who still get tarot card readings, those who still are worried about chakras and they're really into the new age, or they're just straight into santeria. You got to have a conversation with them and say, a mi casa, no venga con esa cosa. To my house, don't come with those things. And I know there's going to be someone in the comments like, but you don't understand, it's my mother. You don't understand, it's my aunt. You don't understand, it's family members. It doesn't matter if they're family members or not. We are called to a higher standard. We are called. Oh, how you doing, being transfigured? God bless you. Oh, sis, African culture is deep in it too, right? I just see it so much in our culture. African culture, Haitian culture, Hispanic culture, Caribbean culture. It's thick. It's so thick. And if you're not careful, we normalize it. That's just how auntie is. That's just how they are. If they give you a gift, just take it, throw it away later. But I just wanted to encourage someone. I'm about to get off. I just wanted to encourage someone, especially in this season of fear and spooky and Halloween's around the corner. Sis, take your ground, especially with your kids. Hold that ground and say, we don't practice these things. But they might get offended. Let them get offended. Can I get really close to you and tell you that? Sis, let them get offended. Do they pay your mortgage? Do they pay your rent? Let them get offended. I want to please the Lord. I hope you do too. Share this with someone right now. Share this with someone right now so they can also make a stance. Share this with someone right now in your story. God bless you.